dealers of America who sell and service Ford cars and Ford trucks present Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
Good evening, television friends all over this great country of ours. I'm very happy to be here tonight to announce a very interesting, different and new and unique program which we are going to present to you. Heretofore, on the television show known as Kukla, Fran and Ollie, or the Kuklapolitan Players, whichever you prefer, heretofore, we have always done shows, for instance, on holidays. We have done shows on the holiday on which the holiday falls, and where we have hewed to the line and let the chips fall where they may. And some of our dear and wonderful friends in the cities where the kinescope recording is shown instead of the live broadcast have had to endure the misery of seeing a holiday show I feel rather strange. It's the first time I haven't been interrupted. I don't believe I can go on. Do you mind standing there in the wings and hissing at me once in a while? Thank you. As I say, they have had to endure the misery of seeing a holiday show 1 month later. And of course, it has not been our fault, and we have tried to avoid such things, but certain times of the year when we just cannot pass up the celebration of such and such a holiday. However, we had a meeting last night. Thank you. We had a meeting last night, and we decided, as a matter of fact, it wasn't last night, it was last week. Time passes so quickly here with jolly company. And so we had this meeting, and we said, now, spring is coming pretty soon here to Chicago. However, by the time we celebrate spring, it will be summer in the kinescope-recorded cities. So therefore, why not, since the weather seems to be lovely here in Chicago, why not do a spring show? Well, that was last week, and things have changed. And Mercury has zipped right down. Believe me, it has really gotten very cold, and so we are planning, however, at great personal sacrifice, to do the spring show today for you lovely people. However, I'm sorry that some of the costumes and some of the events we had planned are a little bit too risky for this kind of weather, so we are going to do the spring show under conditions which are quite close to zero in Chicago today. And so I hope that you will enjoy it. You friends on the coaxial cable will just have to go along now with the friends on the kinescope recorded part of our show, and just go along. And another one, please. And thanks. I do declare I wouldn't know. So anyway, we are going to open our spring pageant. We've called this the early spring pageant because it's early spring, which I thought was a very good reason. And we're going to open this early spring pageant with a lovely ballet dance to the lovely Mendelssohn Spring Song, danced by our leading ballet dancer, Fletcher Rabatova. We will begin, please.
You probably think I'm shaking because I'm on tippy-toe, but I'm not. I'm shaking because I'm cold. I'm not on tippy-toe at all. I can't be on tippy-toe because I have my overshoes on. But nevertheless, I have my ballet slippers on under my overshoes. And if thought counts, you may know that my thoughts are of tippy-toe. Pardon me. I do believe I'll have to forego the rest of the dance.
Never saw such a blizzard. I'm snowblind. Fran!
Yes?
Fran, I'm snowblind.
Let me see. Look here. Pull your hat up, sweetie.
What?
Pull your hat up.
Can't reach it.
I wish I could help you.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
I thought it was the snow. Maybe I can get... Fletch! Fletch! Don't give it to me in code. Come up here and talk. Fletch!
Just a minute, Cook. I'm coming. Oh, dear.
Oh, there I am. Hi. Oh, dear. My gracious, you have your sweater on.
Oh, yes, I couldn't do the regular dance. Well, you'll excuse me. I'm going to take a warm shower.
Well, greetings, and happy springtime greetings to all of you, our dear friends. Today we open our program with a lovely song, A Welcome to Spring, sung by the, oh dear, the curtains aren't any warmer. Sung by the Kuklapolitan Auxiliary Strolling Ladies Chorus, Ladies Auxiliary of the Strolling, by Madam Ooglepuss, Buelah Witch, and Fran and Ollie. All right, girls.
Well, come on, kids.
I'm coming.
Give us a hot chorus, Jack.
Oh, dear.
Say, is this miserable?
Oh, really?
Where's Buelah?
Right here, kids. Coming.
Well,
Can't see the music.
excuse me.
What music?
Right
Oh.
here,
Oh,
Buelah.
I see. All right, let's go. I'm ready. I'm too. Oh, welcome, sweet springtime. We greet you in song. Murmurs of gladness flow the air. Voices long hushed, now their full notes prolong, echoing far and near. Balmy and life-breathing breezes are blowing swiftly to nature, new vigor bestowing. Oh, my heart beats with rapture anew, as the fairest beauties again meet my view. Sing, and ye birds, raise your voices on high. Flowers awaiting, burst into bloom. Springtime is come, and sweet summer is here. Sing, then ye birds.
See you kids later.
Welcome, sweet springtime! What's the matter? It's all over, Buelah. Well, welcome! Oh, welcome, friends! Well, what? Francis?
Yes.
What was I supposed to say here, dear?
I don't know, Buelah. I only learned my part.
Oh, my gracious. Who thought of this spring thing now?
Well, Colonel Cracky, I thought explained that very well. When we planned this, it was a delightfully balmy day.
Well, it's not balmy today.
Well, I know it isn't. We just have to go along with
You
things.
should be up in the broomstick today.
Oh, Bill, I wouldn't even think of it.
Yoo-hoo!
Were you up today?
You bet!
You weren't really.
Weather doesn't stop me.
I can't imagine how you could have possibly stood it.
Well, you know. Cold hands, warm heart.
Yeah. Well, you're built of sterner. Oh, Ollie, you cold too?
Hmm?
You ought to be warm, though.
Oh, I feel pretty good now. Boy, I was out making a snowman.
Didn't stick together very good. I tried it.
I know, it's too cold.
Well, it's a dry kind of snow.
Sure is. I thought we were going to have spring today.
Well, that's what we thought, too, but we were wrong.
Aren't we supposed to have a spring show today?
Certainly. Didn't you learn your number?
What number? Oh! Oh, the one that Jack wrote?
Yes.
Oh, but that's a spring dance, Fran. You know, I'm not going to do none. Not like I did last year. You know, last year I went out to Lincoln Park Lagoon. No, Jackson Park.
Jackson Park.
Jackson Park, a month too early.
You certainly did.
I fell in. This year I'm going to take my ice skates. Tell you
This
that.
year, just don't go
Yeah.
until it's really time.
No, but we should have those dances on the park green again.
Oh, we'll have them, but all in due time.
It'd be real delightful, wouldn't it?
I think so.
You think I should wear a costume today?
Well, I love your costume so, Ollie. It adds so much to the general atmosphere. If you can find one, I would.
Well, the thing is, I feel that, after all, if you're going to do a spring show, whether or not it's spring where you're doing it, it'll be spring when it gets there, maybe.
Well, you're right. We've just been kind of pampering ourselves. Why don't we just go ahead and do it?
I think we should, and I think I should be in a costume.
No, don't you wear that costume. You know what happened last time.
But he's not going to go there.
No, I'm not going to...
I know, but don't you wear any kind of a silly, flimsy costume. I'm not going to have you on my hands now, all cold and everything.
Well, he could wear a costume. Maybe it doesn't have to be flimsy.
That's the kind of thing that Vincent van Gogh had to hit up against all the time. And look what happened. Spoiled him. Made him very unhappy person. Are you going to frustrate me like that? I'm an artist, Kukla. I'm not a fly-by-night performer. I'm a true artist. If I feel that I can go out in my spring clothes and do a spring pageant, I think I ought to be the best judge. And I think that probably when I get out there and get into the dance and the song, why, all other conditions will just be forgotten.
Artists catch cold, too, though.
Well, maybe so, but I think that this just won't happen that time, that's all.
Well, why not just kind of moderate a little bit?
Be practical about this thing. Just practical about it.
Yes,
that's
I
all.
really do think you should.
Well, I'll think it over.
Why don't you wear some long underwear?
Oh, that would spoil the whole aesthetic effect.
Well, I don't know. It might be kind of nice.
It would not. Not with those lovely flowers and that net that I wear.
You
That
gonna
would-
wear that?
Hmm?
You gonna wear that?
Sure, that's my costume.
But that is too thin, Ollie.
Well, I know it.
Well, you should wear long underwear under it.
Oh, Kukla, that would ruin the whole thing.
I don't believe it would look too good, but it'd certainly feel good.
Well, I'm not going to do it. If I can't wear the costume the way I want to, then I won't be in it. That's all there is to it. You kids can just do the whole pageant all by yourself.
Well, he has to be in it.
I'm going to my room and pout.
Why don't you stay up here and pout?
Why, this Mike?
No, never mind. Go to your room.
Well, I'm just going to be brave and face this thing.
How do you mean you're going to face it?
Well, I'm just going to pretend that it's warm.
Well, you know, spring really will be here pretty soon, I hope.
Well, it's about time. Thank you, Russ. That boy's always on hand.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh, you're not cold now.
Well, I am a little, but not too much.
Not too bad, I guess. It's just the thought of trying to be springy when it's winter, really.
I know it.
But we must be brave.
We must be brave and
We
love
must-
each other.
We must talk about the lovely trees in bloom and the lovely tulips that are coming up and the lovely crocuses.
Crocuses. My hyacinths were up, about that high.
They really are? You mean really, truly?
Yes, I have to go home and cover them up.
Won't the snow hurt it?
Well, I guess it will.
Gee.
They just got a little anxious and came up a little too soon.
You know, Fran, really, I kind of like this time of the year. It's kind of exciting. Even though we do have a kind of a shrill blast from the north every so often, and it gets kind of cold here on the lake, still it's kind of fun because, well, one day maybe it'll be kind of chilly, and then the next day the sun will come out, and it'll get so warm, and you get just a hint, just a little hint that spring is on its way, and when the rain falls and when the snow melts and everything, the ground gets real soft and kind of has a nice smell, doesn't it?
Oh, I should say it does.
Kind of smells like grass and
Yes.
trees. And then, did you ever go out that time of year when it was really too cold to go without your coat? You had to put your coat on. But around noontime, when the sun is way up high, did you notice how much higher it is now?
Oh, yes, and how much longer it stays light in the evening.
I know, it's so wonderful. Almost like
Good
daylight
time.
savings.
Mhm.
And then I remember a long time ago, we used to go out, we used to put our coats on because it was cold in the morning. But around noontime, we get out, when we get out of school, we'd go by somebody's house where maybe they'd have a wooden porch. And the sun would be streaming on the wooden porch.
And you'd sit on the
And then
steps.
you'd sit on the steps. And it would be so warm. And the steps would have soaked all that sun, and it'd be so warm you wouldn't be chilly at all.
Not at all.
Then you'd sit there and you'd think, well, pretty soon we can get the marbles out. And pretty soon, you sort of get the baseball out and start playing a little catch.
I've seen some hopscotch patterns on the walk already.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
How about jump ropes?
I haven't seen any jumping ropes, but then maybe I just happened to miss them. Maybe they were out and I didn't see them.
Yesterday morning before it turned cold, you know what I heard?
No.
Roller skates.
Roller skates?
And I heard a cardinal
Oh.
sing.
That's the prettiest song of all, I think, isn't it?
I guess the cardinal isn't a spring bird, though. They kind of stay out.
They sometimes, well, I guess they don't all stay all winter, but a lot of them do.
And
See them flying around so pretty.
What? Wait a minute, speak a little slower.
A robin? Oh, Cecil Bill, really? Wish I could.
He's gone. He's gone.
Are you sure it was? Flew away? Oh. Well, I bet he left in a hurry.
Did he have a little red breast? What did he look like? Gray?
Brown? Gray brown. Both.
Well, are you sure it was a robin?
Don't you have a bird book? Oh, Cecil Bill, you must get a bird book.
Yeah, maybe this spring, if you get a bird book, we could go out, not long from now, we can go out and way out in the forest preserves and
Maybe
walk
we
along
could
the lake.
join a local chapter of the birdwatchers.
Sure, and you can see wonderful birds. You can see, you can see robins come in, and you can see wild ducks, and you can see all sorts of wonderful birds coming back up north from the south.
Want to go with us?
It would be real fun. We could go out in our Ford.
That's really the season when it's fun to go riding, isn't it?
Take off my things and stay a while.
Want me to take them down?
Oh,
All right.
hang them up now.
Thank you.
He'll be so happy. Maybe we should take him for a ride.
Let's do.
You know, last Sunday when it was so warm, I was outside taking a walk,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, all of a sudden, I got this yen to take a ride. And you know, I bet there were, well, I don't know how many thousand people that had the same idea.
Oh, yes, they were out droves.
It's kind of fun, though. I got my little old Ford, and I just zipped down the street. It was so wonderful. And everybody was kind of leisurely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Fran, it's kind of important about a Ford. I should tell you something. Here, I have your little car right here.
Oh, that's mine. I
It's
love
your little
that.
model. And, you know, very important, especially when you think of going out on the crowded highways and zipping along on these beautiful days that are coming up, to think of safety.
Oh, yes.
And
Of
you know-
yours and of the other person's.
Well, do you know about the Ford lifeguard body?
Well, why don't you tell me more about it?
I told you a little bit on it. Well, it's all welded, all steel lifeguard body.
Mm-hmm.
And I was down visiting my Ford dealer just the other day, and he told me about the 1954. He said that the lifeguard body is now reinforced in 13 additional places.
Is that right?
That makes it so wonderfully safe.
Yes,
And, and of course, you sit in what they call the midship chassis. The midship chassis,
Mm-hmm.
midship ride, and with all this ruggedness and durability. These are the words he told me. They're built in. And then, so here's something too. The picture window visibility all
Oh, all the way around. Mm-hmm.
All the way around. And then down in the front, the little dashboard's like a flight panel.
Oh.
And they're all the instruments in one cluster. You remember, right in front of the driver.
Mhm.
Because you were driving, of course you remember that. And then the brakes, king-size brakes, you know.
Yes, so sure.
And they're 35% easier to apply. All these things, there's so many more things that make up this wonderful
I like to hear you tell about it.
guide body. Well, I'll tell you more about it later.
All right, you do this.
Oh, I can hardly wait till after the sun comes out.
It'll be out, maybe tomorrow.
Well, we can go riding and have little pal Ollie and you and I in the front seat and Fletcher and Madame Ooglepuss. No, Madame Ooglepuss and Colonel Crank in the back seat. And Fletcher maybe too.
No other place for Madame Ooglepuss.
Yeah, and she'd just sit back there and just...
She drives so well.
She does. Oh, I can hardly wait. Fran?
Mhm.
Last year there was a little song you sang. I can't remember what it was. Something about spring.
Oh, how it could come at any time or belong to anybody?
Anybody spring.
I'll do it now.
Would you do it?
You think that money is everything, and yet it's anybody's spring. You think a bankroll is full of dough, and yet it's anybody's spring. And if you flash that bankroll, do you suppose a brook would care? Or that a rose would say, there goes a millionaire? It's more than diamonds around a ring, because it's anybody's spring. You may be born with a silver spoon, and yet it's anybody's moon. You couldn't buy a ticket to hear the first robin sing. It's free because it's anybody's spring.
That was the one.
Is that the one?
I like that.
Well, I have some things to do. Would you mind if I left?
Where do you have to go?
I have some letters to sort.
I don't want you to sort letters. I want you to stay here and talk to me about
Well, I'll
it.
stay and talk with you if you
You
want
can-
to.
you can
Maybe
sort-
you can help me sort letters then.
We could sort letters later.
Oh.
Later, we could do it.
We have to have a system, though.
Cook!
What?
Cook, come down here, will you, and help me with my costume?
Oh, Ollie, it's all right. Never mind. We won't bother doing the spring song.
No, let it go, Al.
No, we decided that we won't do the...
Come on!
Just a minute.
Well, if you want me to help you, let me know. Hello, Mercy. How are you?
Hello, Fran. I'm pretty well, thank you.
You're pretty quiet.
I am lonesome.
You're lonesome. Is your mother gone? Oh,
She's at the beauty parlor.
well, you stay with us. We were just going to spend an evening. Maybe you could help us sort letters.
I'm looking for somebody. I'm looking for... Well, you know, Madame Ooglepuss, she's very nice and everything to me. She gives me lessons.
Yes.
Buelah Witch is good-hearted, and she'll fly me around sometime. But that isn't the same as having a playmate, a girl.
Well, no, it really isn't.
Fletcher is very nice, and he dances nicely. And Cecil Bill is very good at a game of hearts. But, I don't know, in the springtime, well, there are different kinds of games that the boys don't like to play.
Well, Jack's?
That's just what I was thinking.
Well,
Can you play Jack?
I never got past my foursies, but I'll go up to that with you.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. And then jump rope.
Well, I don't know about the jump rope. I'll try that though too.
Colonel Cracky said he'd turn.
Oh, we're gonna do it in by counting.
Yes.
How do you do it?
Well, I don't remember all my counting, but let's see, let me see. There's one about ginger snap. Do you know that one?
I don't believe I do.
Oh, well, I'll have to teach you that.
Well, maybe we could make up some new ones.
Would you meet me outside later on, maybe?
Later on today?
Well, later on in the spring.
Well, later on in the spring, I'd be delighted to.
I'll get my jump ropes all ready.
All right.
I'll get my jacks. That'll be fun. We'll have lots of fun.
Yeah, what do you use? Do you use a golf ball or do you use a soft rubber ball?
Oh, soft one.
That's good. I like
Oh,
that.
you're just wonderful. Oh, that's going to be fun. You're not as old as they said you were.
Nobody could be that old.
What did she say?
We have just made a pact to play jacks and jump rope.
Oh.
And she's taken a few years off my official count by my willingness to join her in her activities.
Fran,
How's his costume coming?
he insists on doing it.
Well, if he does, I have to get some equipment, too.
Did you get the bird whistle?
I'll get it. Just a minute.
Well, here goes. I'm afraid it's going to happen. Okay, Ollie.
All right. All ready, everybody? Lovely new song that Jack has written for spring. Spring has sprung, spring has sprung, with the happiest, gayest of days yet to come. Spring has sprung, spring has sprung, what a glorious thing to be able to sing. A springy, a spritey, a bright kind of tune that we'll keep repeating from March until June. Spring has sprung, spring has sprung, our favorite time of the year is here. Warming me up. A springy, a spritey, a bright kind of tune that we'll keep repeating from March until June. Spring has sprung, spring has sprung, our favorite time of the year is here. If you disagree, just listen to me. I'll sing it, I'll shout it, there's no doubt about it. Spring has sprung. Well, I did it, didn't I?
Well, let's get this silly thing off.
It's sprung.
Oh, honestly, Ollie.
Well, it was a beautiful idea.
Oh, really?
If you could...
Well, remember, for economy, it's the 1950
Ford.
This is the 1950 Ford, the car that's built for comfort, safety, performance, and beauty. And the great new Ford is built for economy, too. It's low in initial cost, it's thrifty on gas and oil, and it's economical to maintain. So before you buy any car at any price, stop in at your local Ford dealers and get behind the wheel of the big new 1950 Ford. Test drive it yourself and see how fine a car can be and still remain in the low price class.
This is Burke Tillstrom speaking. To quote Miss Beulah Witch, I might say,
Hello, kids. It's been great being with you.
Remember, before you buy any car at any price, first test drive the one fine car in the low price field, the 1950 Ford. Kukla, Fran and Ollie came to you from Chicago.
NBC Television.